from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? We are the lads from
Monday night's Tilton Talk Show. Here we are. Look, we're arguing over Coke bottles already. These pair. Look at them. The state of it, eh? The state of it.
Can you do?
You invite these people in, and look what they do
That's
to
what you get when
within
you
the
get
first
couples
minute.
in.
Greetings, Chris. How are you?
Good evening. I'm well, thank you. How are
And
you?
Mrs. Brown, you got a bit of a red nose.
Oh no, I have, yeah.
Can we have a?
A red dose. I can't do it.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Greetings, James.
Good evening.
And welcome, Emily. Thanks ever so much
Hiya.
for coming along tonight. I know it's a bit fraught getting here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
27, 26 minutes past you got. 26
yeah.
minutes past. Can't be bad. Can't be
For
bad.
me.
Yeah. Firstly, what a cracking win for the ladies over the weekend. Women, sorry. Women, I keep calling them ladies. Would you prefer blues women or blues ladies?
I prefer blues ladies.
Yeah,
to be
me
honest.
too. There you go. All right, but that's just our opinion.
If you see a group of females on the street now, do you say there's a group of ladies, or do you say those women over there?
Does it really matter?
That's why they're changing.
Oh,
It's
God.
more up to date.
Welcome, welcome, Chris.
Those women
Thanks
over
for
there.
coming.
Those women over there have just stolen my pocket money.
I think ladies is nicer.
Blues ladies
Women,
as well.
women
Those
sound more
ladies-
professional, but
it
ladies
just
sound a bit
blues-
more
that's why
friendly.
Blues ladies has got a bit.
It's
It's easier
professional.
to say.
But they're looking for a more professional outfit, a
Yeah.
more professional outlook
I know,
on the
I
whole
understand,
game,
I
and
understand.
that's
Anyway,
fine. Anyway,
let's not
I
distract
am
what actually happened.
out. I am all out of superlatives for this team.
Ooh,
All out. I have nothing else to say in awe and in praise of this group of players. To go through what they have in the last couple of weeks, losing the quarter final in the way they did to Arsenal, Mark leaving to Orlando, the new manager coming in. They had 3 days to work with her, and they go to Chelsea, a Chelsea side that were unbeaten, 7 league wins in a row, scoring goals for fun, have conceded in only two of their games this season in the league, and to go to their place, go 1-0 down,
Yeah.
which must have been tricky, and the first 20 minutes was tricky. Chelsea started really well, and then we got the equaliser from that moment on. We looked the side that we know we can be, and we threatened them, and Emma Follis got the equaliser early on, and I think that just gives us the world of confidence. But again, this is, you're going to a Chelsea side that are in so much form, so much confidence. Arsenal, who are top of the table, got beat at home to Chelsea last week 2-1, so Chelsea are right back in the title race. And like I said, to go 1-0 down, to come back, they don't show any fear. They keep going. They took the lead, went 2-1 up. 7 minutes left, conceded an equaliser, and at that point they could be forgiven for their memories going back to the Arsenal game in the cup quarter final where they were 1-0 up with 6 minutes to go and ended up losing. They could easily have, mentally they could have been shot again, but they didn't. They kept going, they kept digging in, and to get the winner in the manner they did was unbelievable spirit, unbelievable quality, unbelievable energy levels. And actually, I don't know if any of you have seen it, that the winning goal is just unbelievable. To do that to Chelsea, Mannion stepping out from the back, a brilliant pass out wide to Charlie Wellings, who not for the first time put in a inch perfect pass.
Sublime, another big word.
Inch perfect pass to the return.
First word you used.
Superlatives.
Look, don't use big words.
I'm an intelligent man.
Gracious, diminutive linguistic expression will satisfactorily accomplish the contemporary necessity.
Yeah, what you just said, yeah. But and then you couldn't have wished it for to be anybody else. Ellen has been out pretty much all season with injury. She comes back 20 minutes on the pitch and gets the winner in that fashion, and a finish that really is Ellen all over. It's half a chance. It's a snap chance, and she takes it brilliantly. And it is the result of the season that is in that division. For us to go there and on the run that they're on, the confidence that they'd have to go there and beat them is absolutely sensational. So,
well done, Blues. Winning.
Nothing more than awe and admiration for the lot of them.
Do you go to ladies' games, women's games, ladies' games?
At the moment, no. I'm looking to go next year
Yeah.
because we're at university still at the moment.
What are you studying?
We're football, business, and media at
Football, business and
UCFB
media.
Wembley in Wembley Stadium. That's where we met.
Sounds like a made up course. We swear to God, it's not a made up course. Honestly,
It is very good.
Many people on it?
Quite a few.
Yeah, I think there's 30 in our class, but it's sort of expanded year on year on year, so it's becoming a really big university now. They also have a campus in Manchester and the Etihad, so it's over Wembley Stadium and the Etihad, isn't it? So it is quite exciting.
We had a lot of people.
How often do you get to go down to Wembley?
Twice a week now.
Try and catch up with Andy Walker while you're down there.
I've seen him about.
Yeah,
I've seen him about,
we've
but
had him on the show a couple of times.
he's a busy man.
Yeah,
He's good at what he does, though, isn't he?
He was great at what he did for Blues.
Yeah.
That's why he's at England, no?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Absolutely. And that's what you've got to aspire to, you see.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You've got youth on your side, unlike us.
Wow. Let's not be too hasty.
The first thing I ever said to you was, "Hi, my name's Emily, and I want to be the next Gabby Logan."
Right.
So leave it at that, shall we?
I'll leave
But
it to it.
do you know what? It's good that there's, and for all the idiots on Twitter who are sick of women on the TV and who think that they should be in the kitchen or whatever, it's brilliant for girls like Emily and for younger girls as well to have inspirational people like Gabby Logan, like Jackie Oatley, like Robin Cowan now, who's doing a lot of football commentary, to have these women in the game who they can look up to and say, actually, do you know what, if you're doing it, I'm going to go for it. And it's really good.
It's funny though, because we do sit here like of a night time, and when Gillette Soccer Saturday's on, the Tuesday night games, they have a lot of female presenters on. We don't like getting into that argument, but a lot of them are really poor, and we sit there and go, they're not great. But you get like Alex Scott, and she's doing a really good job.
Alex Scott is brilliant at what she does.
But
I watched it on Saturday. I attend obviously home games, so we don't got season tickets, so I don't see them on the games that Blues are at home. But I watched it this Saturday, and Paul Merson was on.
No.
And I tell you what, there's no female worse than Paul Merson.
He is the worst.
I mean, seriously.
I know. I did.
Breath checks at the door, maybe. Any chance?
I did manage to see a few minutes of him.
Awful.
The way I see it, you should get it on merit. No, it doesn't matter whether you're a girl or a boy.
Spot on.
You should get it on merit, and that's why
or a man or a woman.
Exactly.
Surprised you
Or a
lasted a few
female or a
minutes
male.
watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just trying to appease everybody now.
Political correctness.
Exactly.
Love it.
Yeah.
So you never know. You may have started your career here.
Well, let's hope so.
I hope so.
Who knows? You don't know. Who'd have thought 8 years into this I'd still be sitting here talking
Not me.
gibberish on a Monday night?
Not me.
No.
Certainly not.
Got to be doing something right.
First time I met you was at a Blues women's ladies game, wasn't it? It was called Blues ladies then.
Was it?
I think so. Yeah. Very first time I met you. And then we had this idea of you coming in and talking about the game.
Yeah. I remember the first time I come in was
And you're
talk
still
about
here.
those women, you couldn't get rid of me. I'm camped on the driveway, waiting for next Monday.
Many happy returns for the other day, by the way. Many happy
Thank you.
returns. Did you have fun on your birthday? No.
I didn't overdo it, but
You didn't go out. You didn't smile. No.
smiling is that's how it's a special occasions. Isn't
Right.
it?
Okay.
How old are you, Chris?
I was 30 on Friday.
Hey, happy
Hey,
birthday.
Happy
So,
days.
yeah.
Out of your 20s now. Meh.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here, mate. let me
Financial
tell you.
responsibilities and all sorts going on.
30 years younger.
All the best people have birthdays on Fridays this year.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, what day's Christmas on this year?
Don't know.
Have a
It's
look.
too far
Is it-
away.
Is it?
Calendar behind
Is it
you.
from there?
Yeah. We've got everything here. This is.
Is your birthday Christmas Day?
Yeah, me and
No
Jesus.
way.
Yeah. I've never
Wednesday.
told anybody
It's a
before.
Wednesday.
It's on a Wednesday.
Rubbish.
Right, okay.
Awful rubbish Wednesday.
I'll take that
Right,
back.
we have what you need to do then to be in next week's competition is share this on your personal Facebook page. Please don't share it to any of the pages that it's currently running on, as it gets booted off.
Check first.
Which one?
Just check first.
Just check first. Just check that you're. Just check and post it to your own personal
Always
page.
share responsibly.
Yeah.
All the share options are available.
When the sharing stops, stop.
Oh, dear me. You're in your 30s now. You
Yeah,
can
I
tell,
know.
can't you?
This is a
You can
brand
really
new
tell,
me.
can't you?
Bad jokes.
Right, Chris, Mrs. Brown.
What?
What?
Oh,
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Award-winning radio here on the Tilton Talk Show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you listen to the show last week with
Yes.
Little Scarlett?
Yes, we did.
Wasn't
yes.
she a little
Wasn't that
gem,
the week
bless her?
before?
Yes,
Wasn't
she was a
little
gem. She was
well-behaved
superb.
little child.
Absolutely.
And she brought a bow in as well. Oh, she brought a bow teddy bear in as well.
She did.
And she hasn't got a bell, had she?
Oh, no.
Scarlett,
She lost it.
it's for you.
Oh.
He's for you. There you are, Scarlett. Thanks ever so much to Paul Gill
Yeah,
for
lovely lad,
supplying
yeah.
that on behalf of Scarlett for
The
the
hero
Scarlett
of the
show.
hour.
Yeah.
There you go. And
Pass it on.
it's
to
here.
Kevin,
I'll give it
yeah.
back to Mrs. Brown, and he'll probably get it in the post to you.
I shall get it to her.
Okay. So there you go. And unless you want to put him on show somewhere, do you? Well, put him on show. Put him on show all the way through. There we
It's
go.
a she.
It's she. Oh.
Well,
Gender neutral. It's a gender neutral teddy bear.
ask her what she thinks of Swansea tomorrow night.
There you go. You can see.
Oh, righty. Okay, so you do the Birmingham Fan TV.
We do.
Yeah.
What's involved?
Um,
Let everybody know.
Well, it started up. We started at the start of the season. Obviously, to do with our studies. Obviously, it's the industry we want to go into, so we thought, why don't we have a crack at it? I took a lot of advice from numerous people on how to start it. 100% Chelsea, and we know those, and spoken to Arsenal Fan TV a few times. And they said, look, this is how you set it up, go about it. We just wanted to put a professional spin on things, not like you guys do a great podcast and then Joe does his vlogs, and we just thought there was like a review sort of gap in the market.
Yep.
And we didn't want to we didn't want to tread on anyone's toes, and so we've gone about it, the best way we can. We just want to bring a little bit of information to Blues fans. We want people to enjoy, and we want people to enjoy the content that we're making. So we'd like to think that we're offering something a little bit different.
And we're not going to stop. We're going to carry on in next season, and I'm going to start up the Blues Women as much as I can to try and cover that as well.
Yeah.
Do reviews a little bit, just to sort of balance things out a little bit more, make it less male dominated.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. Should I say?
Is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Interjection.
Scarlett said thank you. She's so
Bless
she's
her.
so chuffed. We all really appreciate it, said Kevin.
That's what the Tilton Talk Show is for.
Absolutely.
It's part of a family, part of the Tilton Talk Show family.
Blues fan.
And the name's already up there, look. Yours will go on next.
Yeah, yours are now.
Yours will be next.
Quite an illustrious
Wall of
list.
Fame.
Awesome.
Hey, you get written into that, mate. You go in places.
There's quite a bit in that.
I'm not on there.
I'm not on there.
You are.
Am I on there?
Yeah, you are.
Am
yeah.
I?
Yeah. And Chris is, yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are, yeah.
See,
You have to have a
My
lot.
eyesight's gone now.
Yeah.
It's the age.
I'd have to put my glasses on to see. I can't.
So
see
when
things
do you?
without-
You probably got
when
something
do you
else.
produce the shows?
There's no.
Any spare moment we have, to
Yeah.
be quite honest. I mean, being at university last semester, they call it. We were
Oh
in.
no! Don't.
I
get into this
know,
American thing.
I know. Universities call it that. We were in London 3 times a week. We work 3 other days a week, and our final day is a Saturday for the football that James actually works the mornings off. So we never actually have a day off. We're consistently either doing uni work, dissertation at the moment, isn't it? And as well as other things. So we try and do it at any spare moment we have, evenings. Late into the night. We're normally editing till about 2 in the morning, aren't we? And getting things out the
Sometimes.
next day.
It was usually Thursdays.
Well, this is all slap
Yeah.
haphazardly in here, isn't it?
I don't think you can stick to a structure. Honestly,
No.
No, you can't.
If we did that with the structure that we do stick to is we have opening notes. We have the Blues Women news first every week. Yeah.
That's where to start. Yeah.
And then
To get
we
me
just-
on a roll.
We just
To get me warmed up. Yeah.
What do you think of him, by the way? I've been asked to ask you.
Oh, Blues Women?
No, what do you think of him?
Oh.
Me?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you think?
I'm asking Emily a question.
Yeah.
Because one of our listeners has asked me, ask her what she thinks of Mr. Fun.
Right.
Okay?
What about him?
Honest appraisal. You've only known him, what?
Come on.
20 minutes.
Lovely guy, very knowledgeable on his women's football.
That's
more
very kind.
knowledge than
Very
I
kind.
have, so I'm going to
He
have
is
to
very
learn off you.
knowledgeable.
You're going to have to
Very
be my
kind.
mentor.
Very, very kind.
He's almost
Happy
smiling.
to.
You've almost made his
I
day.
can see it. It's just creeping in the corner there. See, look, he's pretending not to smile.
Oh, do you know,
Nah.
it takes a lot. It does take a lot. An awful lot. No, but do you know what? If the ambition is to stretch it out to the women's side next year, then you know the brilliant thing about that is that you know the players will be really up for it, because any publicity,
There'll be
any
interaction,
recognition
there'll
they
be,
can
yeah.
get, you know, getting the word out there about women's football even more. They'll be more than happy to have chats with you, interviews and things like that if you're down at games. So yeah, it's a brilliant place to get involved and get working with things. So yeah, definitely.
They don't get enough coverage, I don't think.
No,
They
well,
don't.
yeah.
They're a solid bunch, and like, as you say,
There's a different target market
Yeah.
at the end of the day. I was having
Yeah.
this conversation earlier. Women's football, we've been to a few cup finals, haven't we? FA Cup finals. One was Blues Man City, was it?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, and then we went to the one last season as well. And it is all family and children. So I think
That's where since 2011, it's where the FA have targeted women's football towards, which
Yeah.
is
I think
understandable. Is it viable going forward for the next 10 years if you want full-time professional teams with 5,000 attendances? If you've probably got to try and to change it a little bit to get fans of the men's side interested and things like that. But listen, you know, it's when you see little kids come along and getting their autographs signed and photos and everything like that, and the smiles on their faces, then you can see why it has been targeted that way. But
Yeah, for sure.
Some comments coming in here. You've got your own page, right? We'll go on I'm back onto yours in a minute. Mentor, don't encourage him. This will, he said, we'll not get through the door. That's you.
the last thing I need is extra confidence. To be fair,
There you go, Emma. Put your...
Amanda's just sent me Scarlett's reaction video because I asked her dad to video it for us. So,
Oh.
we'll have a look at that in a minute. And
oh, bless her.
yeah, so it was a video that inspired me to. It was just mad how these things happen. Oh, get her in.
Mm-hmm.
If you can message that to me via Facebook, can you do you know how to do that?
Yes.
Okay, and then I can show everybody.
Yep, I can do that. Emily, 2 minutes away, mate. That was you.
I like to, keep everyone updated.
We were.
Yeah.
Being late stresses me out.
About 5 minutes.
A lot of people talking about Shay. Are we going
Yeah,
to
we'll
get
come
into that
on to
in a
Shane in a
bit?
moment.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
right. They don't get enough coverage from the BBC. Should have been up first up last night. They always show Arsenal,
That's true.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Craig's
true.
asking me to wake up. I think I'm awake, aren't I? Compass mentis. I'm awake. No?
just
What
about,
a rough day.
just
What a rough
about
day.
for now.
Women's
Yeah, definitely.
football started before men's football from Andy Irvine.
Pretty big 1920s.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
until they banned it. Yeah.
Until they banned it.
Yeah.
And there was
But
another-
certainly, if you watch the BBC highlights show, it's. I mean, last night they basically introduced it as we're here for the live game at Arsenal, and then we'll show Chelsea
what's left
at
after.
home to Birmingham because it was about Chelsea, and then we'll show the highlights of Man City thrashing Brighton, and then we'll have a chat about Man United because why not? Even though they're division below and they haven't played this weekend, we'll talk about
You know,
it.
so
anyway.
you got a job to do.
Oh, it's frustrating because it's the big,
Then make
big
that your
male
driver.
teams.
Make that frustration your
Yeah,
driver.
I will, I will. It's the big male teams that they always talk about for women's football. Well, why not take the big women's teams now? I mean, Birmingham City is becoming one of the bigger women's teams.
I think
So
we have been for a while.
surely-
Yeah,
It's quite established
since
for a
the
while.
Surely
WSL
we should-
inception,
yeah.
the first season we finished second. I think the first two seasons we finished second to Arsenal, and we won the FA Cup in the third year, I think it was.
It's always been us, Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah,
The main three. Man City come
Liverpool
into it.
Liverpool spent a little bit of
Yeah,
money
they
and won a
did.
couple of titles, but then their players decided to go elsewhere because Man City were coming into it and Chelsea were coming into it.
Yeah.
What's happened to Doncaster lately?
Doncaster are gone.
Yeah.
They had championship status.
Yeah.
And then couldn't afford the upkeep of championship status. So
interjection.
It's very, very important interjection, this one is.
A boring interjection.
Kevin Kelly says, with the ageing Tilton Talk panel, obviously looking at you, could Emily and James be successors to the future of TTS?
We're not taking anyone's job.
They've got their own gig.
Yeah. And Pete Taylor also says, if you start learning off Mr. Fun, you'll have everyone signing up for Fast Pay.
Well, thank you very much.
Fast Pay. I was supposed to go and do a thing for that.
But he was late, as per.
I was late. Davo messaged me.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Can you come and do something for the commercial team?" Fast Pay.
Yeah.
I asked. Well, I'd finished work at 1 o'clock. He wanted me there for 1:30. I didn't get there till 10 to 2, and they'd gone by that point. So I was like, but I don't know what it was. But I see everybody moaning about Fast Pay. I haven't used it yet.
I don't understand what it is.
We'll go through it.
Use it.
It's slow pay.
Big news coming out of St Andrews today. 1, Omar Bogle has gone to Portsmouth, and 2, the rumours surrounding Shay Adams. Ed, what's your take on the Shay one?
The same as my take on the Shay one was last week. You're
Water.
Southampton,
Yep.
Burnley,
Yep.
Leicester, whoever you are, be serious. Don't mess about. 8 million. What? You know, and it's frustrating because you know why they do it, because they put 8 million out. Yes, we're very interested. Actually, we'll offer 8 million because we know that's half of what we'd even consider start talking about. But then it's in the player's head, and they hope that the player will then turn around and say, "I want to go."
Yeah.
And then they hope that at the last minute, Blues decide that it's not worth having an unhappy Adams, and they'll take 10 million. That's the way they try and do it.
Yeah.
But I think they're picking. I hope they're picking on with the wrong board here, because I hope this board are actually, what they say they are. We know the financial situation in terms of the accounts, but we also know that this board have money. We know that we are not. This isn't the Blues that needed the 3 million from Damari Gray to pay wages of day staff, to pay the catering staff on a day-to-day basis. It's not that Blues anymore. We're not cash strapped. We're not in danger of going under in 2 weeks if we don't sell Che Adams. So again, as I said last week, if you're not coming in within anywhere near 18 to 20 million, I'm not interested.
Okay.
And that should be the club's outset.
According to Paul Gill, it's got its own name now. It's called Chexit. Shakes-it.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. C-H-E-X-it.
I understand the concept of shakes it, yeah.
It's a good try.
Yeah.
And for you,
Popular tonight, yeah.
There's a question for me.
yeah, same question. What's your take
Alright.
on the Shay?
The way I see it is, we discussed this in our match preview, cheeky plug. We filmed it last night, put it up today.
Yeah.
The way I see it is, January transfer windows have inflated prices. We discussed this. Fernando Torres for Liverpool went 8 years ago because I really liked him, and it was the day before my 14th birthday, and all I got was Torres Liverpool.
Give me your age away now.
Yeah, I know. So it's my birthday on Friday, by the way. But he went for 50 million.
Yep.
Liverpool bought Andy Carroll for 35 million. No way in any market was Fernando Torres worth 50 million at that point, Andy Carroll worth 35 million. So that, to me, proves January is an inflated window. If you look at seasons after that, prices for players are inflated.
Do you think Sunderland just want to come and
Sunderland?
make Southampton want to come and just make a cheeky bid just to test the water?
I think so, but then again, I also think that it is pointless. And if Blues see it from a very clever perspective, if they do want to sell Adams, which I don't think we should, they should inflate the price of the asking price, because Adams is worth 15 million minimum in my eyes.
We haven't given an asking price, have we?
No, not yet.
He's not for sale.
No. He can't.
That's the official line, and Tom Ross put it out today. He's not for sale. He got some stick because obviously someone offered 40 million. He is for sale, but the point is, unless and this is why I hope that the board are this serious. That we're not messing about here. 8 million, you can turn the other one.
So Kev Kelly, a little bit disappointed about Omar Bogle. We can't bring in a replacement, and it does nothing to help FFP and PNS. Shea will go, but not for less than 15 million. I don't believe that BSH owners have the money we all believe. No, I don't know.
What do you think, John? What do you think the board's outlook is on?
The board's outlook is, I mean, obviously everyone's for sale. That's a given in football. But where do we pluck a price tag from? Do we start comparing him to anybody in the market? Solanke went for, was it 18 million?
Exactly. Yeah.
Where did they get that from? Was he worth 18 million?
He's also a different position, isn't he?
So you can... both
I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah,
Ignore me, I'm getting confused with someone else.
Where have they plucked that from? Yeah, he's English, he's young, he's got some ability, but so Shea.
That is exactly the same as Shea Adams.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that Solanke's done it at Premier League level and not really done what people want.
Yeah.
Whereas Shea has done it at Championship level.
Yeah, if anything, he's worth more.
You know, it's not just this season. At the back end of last season, he was scoring goals as well.
But then again, at the start of this season, Shea wasn't having the time of his life, was he?
No,
he didn't have. The way I see it is, Shea is a fantastic player. We've been saying for ages, fantastic talent. But when he's not on it, he's not on it. And when he is on it, he's on fire. But he hasn't. He's only been consistent for the last 6 months. He hasn't been doing it consistently for years, but he is only young. So I think he's a talent. Yeah.
His identity, his position.
But he's getting better and better as well. You know, this isn't, like Emily said, the point, you know, it's an important point because this is, and this is where Blues can benefit here, and we can turn around and say, actually, we want 18 to 20 million because this isn't a player that did well 6 months ago. This isn't a player that scored 20 goals last season and has only got 3 this season. You know, you're paying for Che Adams' form right now. You're paying for the Che Adams that had half a chance at Norwich and took a first touch and smashed it into the back of the net. You know, so give us what we want for an in-form player right now. As you say, in the January market, which should be ridiculous prices anyway. You know, because if you're that desperate to buy in January, then go and spend more money than you want to.
Okay.
Jess says we'll see if he's in the team tomorrow. I think he will be.
I think he'll be in the unless there's a deal struck. He'll be in the team tomorrow.
Yeah.
But obviously, what is it today? The 28th.
28th.
So it shuts on Thursday. So playing.
Shuts on the minute of your birthday, doesn't it? Is it midnight? It shuts.
11.
Right.
So I've got an hour to cry until my birthday.
But yeah, so
any plans to go down to Tilton Trophy?
What, on Thursday night?
Yeah.
What, to wave goodbye to Jay?
See if we get that interview.
It's always an interesting one.
Yeah, well, if the people want it.
If the people always
the people decide it. But yeah, you know, and obviously the important thing, I think it's a positive for Blues, is that we've allowed Bogle to go. Yeah. So if you're allowing Bogle to go,
that's putting the stamp on.
You've now only got Che, Duke, and Vassell.
Yeah.
So if Adams goes, you are in a big trouble.
We're up to one player up front.
Yeah,
I've got to say, if it's got nothing to do with the FFP, if that doesn't help to even balance it a little bit more, obviously it's not going to be a huge relief, but if it doesn't balance it, why have we let him go? Because I know that's going to be, people are going to say, well, he's done nothing. Yeah, that's true. He hasn't done anything, but if we were to lose 2 of the forwards, which is still a possibility, where do we turn to? We've got Vass,
because you're right. We've let Bogle go, and our intention is to not let Adams go. If Southampton come in and say 20 million, then you have to start talking.
Yeah,
because as much as we want to keep our best players, and as much as we don't want to undervalue them, if someone comes in with a proper offer, then the state of the books, you can't really just say no straight away to something like 20 million.
Or would you push for that 6th spot and try and get promotion and get the 100 million? This is the gamble.
That is a ridiculous gamble. But the way the top 6 are going at the moment, you're looking a long way off at the moment for me anyway. But
it's probably the strongest top 6 we've seen in. We say that every season. Though.
I mean, you've got a side like Villa with the attacking potency that they've got. I know.
You said the word.
I know that
you said the word. Clean your mouth.
Look what you started now.
Apologies.
Damn you.
Anyway, you've got them across the expressway. the attacking potency that they've got.
Yep.
They've got a guy who's already scored 20 goals this season, and they're lying 11th or 10th or 11th or whatever it is. What you have to do to get in the top 6 at the moment is a hell of a lot more than you are asking so much of this group of players to go and get anywhere near top 6. So.
Freshing off Twitter, Digger's made.
Well, it's almost certainly true then.
Yeah, Digger's made a successful return to action after injury in a private training ground match on Saturday. Good. The midfielder completed 45-minute game between a mix of BCFC under 3s and BCFC under 18s.
Under 3s?
Under 23s.
Whoa.
I was going to say.
That's a bit harsh.
Kerry Marabti.
Marabti?
I can't get it.
I was calling him Marabti. So
Yeah, you were confusing me.
I had no idea what he was.
Also got valuable playing time. #BCFC. Thanks so much for that.
He's going to be another valuable addition.
Yeah, you'd hope that he comes in and settles quickly. Obviously he hasn't played a competitive game since November, I think, because that's when the Swedish league's finished. So let's see what his fitness levels are like. If he comes off the bench for 20 minutes and has an impact, then comes on, starts and plays an hour, and just gradually get him in like that. And hopefully he will be someone that can really challenge the starting 11 that is so rigid so far this season. So.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Kelly BHS have recently completed shares issued to tune of 5.5 million against the debts owed to members of the ownership. The owners are keen to make moves to appease the EFL and show positive steps to move out of debt.
And I think it's all financial accounts.
Graham's getting
jiggery pokery.
You swore.
Oh. Yeah, I've already apologised. Can we leave it now?
It's before the watershed.
No. I apologise.
Blocked and reported, Pete Taylor.
Yeah.
Unforgivable.
60 lashings. So.
Yeah, John Smith says our squad's are not good enough for top 6. Adams will go at some point. Should get a decent price now. It wouldn't surprise me if he goes. I think it'll be this summer.
Yeah.
Unless somebody comes and tables the money. And sadly, in a situation,
but how is it? Is it 14 goals he's got?
Yeah, he's got
14.
So 3 or 4 assists as well.
4 assists in it. Yeah.
So say he ends with 25.
Yeah.
And we finish top half. He's going to be. Although 6 months of his contract, another 6 months of his contract are gone.
He's still got 3 years, isn't he? At the end of the season,
he's not. It's not running out next season.
Yeah.
So you're still probably looking at 25 million. Yeah. So, but we've got the bargaining. It's a seller's market. Brentford have sold a. You said about Adams playing well for 6 months. Chris Mepham has gone to Bournemouth for £12 million, a centre half, and he's played well for 12 months.
Yeah.
There's another, and he's young, he's Welsh, he's a promising player. He does look a good player, but 12 million for a centre half, and people are asking 8 for a championship striker who's got 14 goals.
I think Blues fans are looking at it and saying it's Redmond all over again. It's Butland all over again.
And that's what you don't want.
We're used to it. Rolling
being
over.
Trodden upon.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
I've been used to it since 1973.
That was
can't preach that.
That was we need to sell Redmond for 3 million to pay.
And look at him now.
My wages. When I pop in on a Saturday for a few hours,
it's your fault. We had to sell him.
That was the reality because we couldn't. We were a paycheck away from going under and having absolutely no liquidity whatsoever.
Yeah,
it's not that case.
Interjection.
Can you get Mr. Fun to say get well soon to Holly? She remembers him from the women's match and is currently poorly, being sick in bed.
No, you're supposed to be delivering a get well message here.
Sorry. Get well soon, Holly.
All the best, Holly.
Stop being sick in bed. Do it in your dad's.
Great.
I wish I could.
Otherwise, it's uncomfortable sleeping. Just words of advice from an experienced 30-year-old.
Pop it in his pillowcase.
Oh dear me. You vile, a lot of you. Yeah. You didn't comment, so you're all right. You're all right. These pair, look at them.
No, it's really bad, isn't it?
Mark Adams says hopes Marabti isn't another Kerem Fry. I think we've got to give him a chance to see what he can do first.
Yeah.
He's not quite fit. Gary Monk, as I was listening to another radio station on the way here.
Sacrilege.
I know.
So, is it the radio station that is predominantly referring to them across the expressway?
Yeah, quite a few blue.
So,
Noses phoning in tonight.
Competitions as well.
Giving away warm hats.
Yeah, warm hats.
Oh.
So anyway, I listened to the first 15 minutes of that because I'm intrigued as to, I'd heard that they'd possibly been listening in and stole our format of footballers that sound like. So I was interested to see whether they'd do that again. And there was an Albion fan who wanted this hat.
He rang him 4 times.
Competition. He kept coming on every 5 minutes, and they kept asking him another question about Albion to get this hat, and he hadn't got a clue.
And he got them all wrong.
Oh no!
It wasn't the best, was it? Anyway, you can listen to this on 107.5 D and DAB tomorrow night. Switch Radio, we go out at 8 o'clock every Tuesday night. Unless, of course, we've had a show where somebody swears and we have to wait till 9. It's very rare, very rare.
Who's doing that?
Very rare.
Bite your tongue.
Very rare.
Yeah.
You've been pre-warned about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crikey, 79 more comments have come in that time that I've just been doing that. Yes, Kevin Kelly, I do secretly listen to another radio station because it's the only one that's got any football on. But I only listen to it on a Monday and on the way here.
Surely the Tilton Talk Show and Birmingham Fan TV are the only football topics you need to be listening to.
I thought I'd get some fresh ideas for the show, you know what I mean? I thought...
You're trying to steal ideas from the station that stole ideas from us.
It's called brainstorming.
Very interesting approach.
Oh, dear me. Mr. Fun needs to play for Falmouth. Falmouth.
Yes. Boom. Dad joke.
A lot of dad jokes flying in.
Yeah, there
Some
are,
good
there.
ones there, my favourite.
What, sorry?
Some good dad jokes flying in.
I know,
I do love a good dad
It's
joke.
like that every week. It's woeful.
Oh, that's cracking.
From time to time, I do despair.
Gregory says Letizier would be in my seat. I don't know what that means.
I think it's on about commentary.
Oh, commentary. Right, okay.
Yeah.
I tried it once for a ladies' game commentary, live commentary. My goodness, it's difficult.
It's hard.
Tell you what, go home, watch a game, switch the volume off, and try and do it. And the guy behind me was so fluent, and I just wanted to poke him.
Hate him. There's a reason for the famous belch. Is that
Yes, I have got it on my list.
Carol? Oh, have you?
Yes,
Right,
I
you can
have,
talk about it later.
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, I won't go on then.
I think I've
You
done
more
this
than
quite well tonight, actually.
Oh,
Women. Yeah, as we said in the notes, nice to see little Tommy smiling, and great to see him back on the road to recovery, and good luck to him, and of course all his family too. It must have been a nightmare for all of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And everybody here at the Talk Show is rooting for you.
Yeah.
Was one pulling pints and the other... No, I can't do that one. Poor girl.
Don't
Behave.
read Paul Gill's out because it's almost certainly something that you can't read out.
Well, look, Paul Gill has overtaken the Trillion Trophies Tilton Talk TV this week.
He's on again?
Yeah.
Oh, it's monthly.
Oh, you're doing it monthly? Why monthly? Why not weekly? 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock tomorrow night. On Switch FM. Sorry about that, everyone.
I think you're allowed to say that. Apparently.
Get lost. You can't say that.
I can cut that bit out.
I told you, it just all falls a bit.
Just put a beeper over it.
You made me do it.
Yeah, okay, then as you touched on it, go on, you do the Scarf Lady one.
Oh, I don't know.
You don't know all about it?
Well, I do know that
She has been poorly, that we do
She has
know.
been very poorly,
Yes.
yeah, and I think Tracy caught up with her
Yeah.
this week. I believe the idea is to try and get a collection going, to try and get a half-season ticket or something in that way. Am I right? Am I wrong? That's not
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
she's not at her best.
No, she's
but
not. No.
She's missing going to the Blues terribly.
Yeah.
missing going to the
I
Blues.
don't know how much we can say and can't say.
I don't want to say too much
No,
because
no.
of privacy and things.
But she is
like
missing
that,
the Blues, yeah.
But maybe we can do something.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we'll leave it to lovely Tracy because I think she's got everything in hand.
Yeah.
And well done. To
If she
her.
gets anything sorted, put it on the Facebook page.
And I think if anybody down Blues needs needs help,
You play for Falmouth as well now.
pardon?
Captain of Falmouth, you are.
Captain Falmouth.
Inspirational leader of the Falmouth.
Oh yes. Adrian says he remembers me and
We'll
I'll be doing a match.
taught curry to raise funds.
Oh,
Could
yeah.
cook a big,
Oh yeah, curry nights.
cook a big curry in the front garden, a great big pot, and everybody could come round and buy some.
I could go
Yeah,
for it.
could do. Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Sorry.
No.
We have a lady
In
who
conjunction
can cook a
with
good curry.
Birmingham
No.
Yeah.
No, oh no.
I mean, it is my
Don't offer you
favourite
cooking.
food, so...
Oh
Offer you
no.
cooking skills. Oh.
Hey, that's the only good thing I can cook.
We've got a domestic going on already.
I
I
can't
don't
be
say
so
anything bad, he just insults me all
I
the time,
object
that's all it is.
to it, to be honest.
You object to what, James?
Not a curry, just Emily cooking. the
Emily's
curry.
cooking, yeah. Oh, I love a good curry, but no, I object to the.
It's a bit hard.
We need to be out there. We need to be out there in the city.
I'm an amazing cook. I love cooking.
My grandma used to cook for the Queen's cousins, so obviously
Oh wow!
the
You've gone
things have
regal.
gone down the line.
I can't.
My culinary skills.
Sit up now.
I knew this was coming.
Put my
You insult my cooking and I bring out the facts.
It's terrible.
Nigel Sanders and Nigel Fun, Mr. Fun drinking water. You're not at the gym. Chris,
Not
have you
at
got
the
a gazebo? A gazebo?
I'm here.
Have you got a gazebo? He has got a gazebo. There you go, Gregory. He has got a gazebo. We can do this.
We need to get it in a restaurant. We need to be out there.
I want a big witch's cauldron with a fire underneath it.
Yeah.
Have you been out? Have you spent 30 seconds outside?
We could do it in closed season.
Arctic.
And you're doing the sleep out.
You're doing the sleep out, are you?
Oh, I am
Just
doing
thought-
that,
before-
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, trust me, I said it earlier. I got in the car. I was like, "Nah, there's no way I'm staying out in this in 2 weeks. No chance."
Imagine having to though.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's why we're doing it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all for a good cause.
Nick, will you be talking? Because I haven't seen your notes, but will you be talking about the ugly scenes down in London the weekend?
There were some ugly scenes down in London.
Yeah, Paul Smith says, important question. Does lads think that if the ugly violence seen at Millwall had been at Blues, the outcry and punishments would be far worse?
Yes,
or
it
should
would.
I say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
No, you don't think?
it would be.
Yeah.
I do.
No.
But
nobody would get
a football match.
Yeah, nobody would get more of a battering than Millwall. Yeah, the whole football community waits for Millwall to
Yeah.
do something
Yeah.
stupid again.
Everybody hates them.
I feel
Yeah,
like we're
yeah.
second in line after
Yeah,
that, though.
possibly.
I feel like,
But
after us after.
You know, the vilification would have been similar.
Yeah, I think so.
But Millwall, there's no way anybody would. Yeah, everybody. Like I say, the media and football fans in general can't wait for Millwall to do something stupid again.
Maybe
So we
Leeds.
can just throw it at them again.
Yeah.
And say they haven't changed. It's simple as that.
It's a side of football. I don't get
But it's
it.
not football.
No, it's a side.
It's not
of
a side of
Yeah.
football.
This
It's a
is-
side of people.
It's a side of humanity. I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And that's what I think. That's what people have to remember. This isn't a football issue. This is a social issue.
It is. It's true.
I'm going deep.
Yeah.
Really?
Gregory wants to know if there's any spaces left for the sleep out. I think get in
Yeah.
touch with
Yes.
the club. There
There
are
are.
spaces left. Get in touch with the club, and I'm sure that they'll sort you out.
Yeah,
So-
I think you can still go up. Jeff
What is it?
Hall still
You
puts them on Twitter.
sleeping?
I think you're sleeping in the cop, aren't you?
You're sleeping in the ground, yeah. I don't know whereabouts, but I know it's inside the cop.
I'd have them soft seats up in the executive area. I'd be on it.
The only, I mean, I don't know if I can give away the T's and C's of the contract, but all I know is you're not allowed on the pitch.
Right.
You're not allowed around the blue Astro.
Okay.
Outside of that, it didn't say anything. I don't want to give away any T's and
Yeah.
C's and
But
break
surely
any rules.
that's not going to reflect what a homeless person sleeps
Well, no, it's
on.
going to be. It's the cold conditions, isn't it? You've got to
Yeah,
sleep.
that's the thing.
I guess
Yeah.
And it's a money raiser. I
Yeah.
suppose that's the idea, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much was the tickets?
You pay a £25
There you go.
standard fee, but then
You have to get so many donations.
You have to get £100.
£75 on top of the 25.
Right,
So
okay,
it's
yeah.
essentially
So
25
it's
at
£100
your
a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've raised
Everybody who
55.
does it will get at least 100. Yeah.
Well, we've raised 55 so far.
And I paid 25, so it's
So we're
£80.
not far off now. So hopefully get a few more by the 15th. And
I'm trying to raise some extra on top as well because it's all going to Jeff. So
cool. I'll give you 10.
Oh, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
With I don't know where the link is.
Another tenner.
Yeah.
I'll give
For
you
the
10.
100.
Oh, thanks.
There you go.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Chris Morris a tenner. This is how it works.
I love it.
Adrian Howell, safe standing to be started and trialled. Wolves had a test today. What's everybody's thoughts?
I did see that. Looked very odd.
Can we not?
I don't
can we not
know.
knock the ground down and rebuild the old Cop and the old Tilton again?
and the main.
Proper.
I love the
Just
idea.
leave the main stand. Rebuild all 3 stands apart from the main stand.
I think it's a romantic.
We'll have the most modern, high-tech 3 stands and just the main stand still as it stands.
Nick, isn't it just a romantic thing for our generation? To
Yes.
think
Yes.
Memories, I think, Chris. You know, I mean,
That's
wonderful
all it
memories
is, really,
of standing at
yeah.
football.
I've never
with
stood
my
a
son
away
sat
game.
on my shoulder. With my son sat on my shoulder
Yeah.
with my hair on, right? Willing the blues on, going down the steps, people catching him and all sorts. He never got hurt. Once.
I would like to say now, my enjoyment of football would be
Well, not listening to
diminished.
my hair on.
Would be diminished by some idiot next to me blowing an air horn. Just have to say that, right? But the safe
But back in
standing.
the days, in the 70s, late 70s, 80s,
Back
and
in the day,
90s.
people used to die of a cold when they were 22.
Yes, but
Just not
it
hark
used to
back
be.
to the day.
It used to be the fashion back in the day. And part of my Saturday routine was driving into Alfred's to get me canister.
So what you're saying is that you want the younger generation to suffer
Yeah,
as we did.
the way you did.
I didn't suffer. I loved
No,
it.
we
You
didn't
did.
we?
You just didn't realise you were suffering.
It's like the modern
My members
Vuvuzela.
doesn't say that I've suffered.
Which
What
one?
have I suffered?
Hardship.
Hardship all my life.
Hardship.
I remember.
No, look.
I remember playing against some foreign team, Chazena or something like that. And the lights went out. Yeah, and we all set light to our football programmes to keep warm. It was that cold.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be allowed these days.
Safe standing is the future as the game tries to reconnect with the working class fan. Says Paul Smith.
I just can't see it. I just can't see it. If you're in the back 5 rows of the Tilton, you're standing up anyway.
Yeah.
Pretty much for the whole game. If you go to an away game, you are standing up anyway
Yeah.
for the whole game. So I can't see it. I can't see it working.
Away days.
The thing is,
Did
so
you
you've
go
got
away days?
block
We're
4.
off tomorrow.
Huh?
We're off to Swansea tomorrow,
Oh,
aren't we?
are you?
Yeah.
You tickets in the car, I'll go and rob you.
I don't know. We've got to
We've
go
got to collect them now, yeah.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
It's going to be a nightmare journey. Isn't it?
Yeah, I had to scrape all the pennies together to be able to afford them at the weekend. And
Yeah.
they can't get sent out in time.
Well,
So we've got to go pick them up.
I like the idea of safe standing. As someone that didn't grow up with anything like that,
Yeah.
I've been to grounds where there is only standing. I went to the old Cardiff ground,
Yeah.
Ninian
Ninian,
Park,
I was
and that
there,
was just
yeah,
pure standing.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure, from what I remember.
Yeah.
You obviously you go to away games, you're told to sit down, but nobody ever does. But I
Yeah.
think for home atmospheres in the home end, works for Celtic. Celtic have that like corner
Yeah.
where it's all that standing seating railing.
And Germany as well.
Yeah, it really works in Germany, but I think it's to try and bring a bit of atmosphere back into the
Yeah.
grounds. I think St Andrews could probably do with it, but where would you put
So-
it is the question.
We need supporters
It's
for
a
that.
lovely idea again. Right, and if Blues are chasing playoffs and the whole Tilton is a standing section, it'd be, you can imagine it'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
Ipswich at home to Reading, if there's a standing
Tuesday.
section on a Tuesday night
February.
at Portman Road, not being funny, a standing section doesn't make that much difference to that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it's true.
And Adam Wilkes has suffered hardships.
I see.
Hardships with his multi pie in the car. Hardships.
I don't know. They do a good pie at St Andrews now.
Don't-
I
yeah.
think the pies
I haven't had
are.
one yet.
You don't really eat
Steak
pies,
and
do
ale
you?
one I had at where did I have that one?
Wasn't it Blues?
Wigan. Steak and ale.
The only
Wigan.
pie I've ever had was at Derby. I'd never had one before, and I asked where the fork was. I asked James,
Hey,
where
you can tell
are the
you're related to
forks?
somebody who's worked for the Queen, can't you?
He was like, you hold it with your hands. Like, okay.
Hold it like that.
Right
now.
then.
Just commoners.
Celtic are safe standing from Jez, and to be honest, it looks good on TV.
Yeah, it does look good.
Yeah, and that's fantastic for them. And fair play to them if they feel that has benefited their atmosphere at home games, then fair play. And the guys who stand in block 4, that that whole thing was so that they could stand and make a noise. And if there's a section where it's just standing, like and they want to go in there, then brilliant.
It kind of worked, didn't it?
Yeah, but again,
it's not too bad.
That is a section, block 4, where all those guys stand for that game. That's what that block is for, as such.
Yeah.
Like James said, you sort of noticed it for 2 or 3 games, and then it just
notice it in the big games as well.
It's just part of the thing now. There's the Tilton is the Tilton, and then the guys in block 4 are standing up. But I don't think it's impacted the atmosphere of the ground.
Right, Pete Taylor wants to vote for heated padded seats. Paul Smith wants to bring in a reduction in the season ticket.
But there you go. You've got half of the football fans.
Hardship, mate. Hardship.
You've got half of the football fans that remember enjoying running down to the air raid shelter because they're about to get bombed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You've got half of football fans who want safe standing, and then you've got the other half of football fans.
You mean a third?
Who want
a prawn sandwich.
Who want heated padded seats and to be patted on the shoulder and neck massages while they're watching their team. They're just doing it at home. That's
one of them. Yeah, one
you
of them
can't
seats.
please everybody.
Maybe I could bring my mum then. She'd come to football if it was like that.
So we're getting to the point. We're getting to the point where both stands behind the goal will be pure standing, and then the 2 side stands will be like those sofas where you go to the cinema and you just lounge and chill watching your team.
Somewhere to put drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so
I'd vote for that.
Cup holders at St Andrews.
Cup holders at St Andrews.
Always knocking drinks over. There's always a puddle coming down every game.
Yeah,
some
it's
kids
true.
knock the thing over. Cup holders at St Andrews.
Cup holders it is.
A different type of puddle in nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Many of us.
No,
hang on.
Wait. As he remembers the urine being thrown around.
The refreshment
Oh,
store
what
at the
a
back of
joy.
the old cop. It was just a flood.
Oh, lovely.
First time I took my ex-wife to a football game. Yeah, we actually went in the railway stand before it was redeveloped.
Yeah.
And she said, "What's that water doing dripping through the ceiling?" I sang water until you're above the toilet. And I served her a piece of cardboard, written on cardboard with a pie on it.
Oh no.
Off the side of the box, the woman tore it off the side of the box, shoved a pie on it and gave it her.
Oh wow. That's
Proper! That was proper. That was
That's
poker
proper.
pies, let me
That's
tell you.
Hardship.
Proper football, that was, yeah.
They were the days, Mandy Irving, yes.
That little
Bring it
toilet at the back served well, didn't it?
God, how we've missed out.
Oh,
What a shame.
Yeah, but you don't know that you've missed out because you've not experienced it.
I haven't missed out. I haven't missed out by standing in a pool of whatever. watching some blokes kick a pig's bladder around on a muddy pitch with no quality or entertainment whatsoever. You were just there because you were out with the lads.
Oh, you haven't lived.
John Downey's, my opinion, Wigan pies were top class. They absolutely were. The whole setup.
Now we're getting on to a serious subject.
The whole setup for away supporters was bang on at Wigan.
But they have to be
Absolutely
because the majority of the time they get 4,500 fans coming because they get the whole end beyond the goal, don't they? So they're used to big crowds coming.
Craig Courtney says he thinks safe standing is unfair in the Midlands. The dogheads at 4 legs, and the people at B6 have got 6 toes.
Yeah.
No comment.
Dear. James and Emily, can you offer any tech-savvy advice, a way to handle the volume of messages TTS receives?
Pardon?
Can you offer any techie-savvy advice and any advice way to handle the volume of messages TTS receives? Tilton Talk Show. We get hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds. 900 odd comments last week. and we can't read them all out.
You're going to have to get like
impossible.
little minions to read all your
You
comments.
can't use the word minions. This is 2019.
Well, not even
it's like
the
me
big-
saying a
the
woman.
yellow things. Get the yellow things. You know.
Gender neutral minions, you mean?
I thought it meant minions like that.
No.
Honestly, like we're talking
Understood it.
tech savvy. I'm like the least tech savvy person going. Like you're talking to someone that's studying the degree. I actually don't know anything really. Like I'm
We've
just
all learned on
I'm
the
just
job.
flunking my way through it. Honestly,
Cheers, what you doing here, mate?
You know, if anyone can do it, then if we can do it, anyone can, can't they? Really, you know.
Ask Joe. Ask Joe. From me, Joe.
Yeah,
Honestly, that kid is tech savvy.
Right, I think safe standing is unfair in the middle. I've done that one. Sorry, my apologies for that. Didn't really want to do that one again. Crikey, 64 more comments just in that.
Pete Taylor said, "Read quicker."
Read quicker.
Read quicker.
It's a good shout.
It's brilliant advice.
Daniel Ryan, can we do Chinese food down the blues? Nothing better when you're drunk. Please use the word drunk though.
Wasn't that a rumour that was going to go around when we had the Chinese owners in? That everything was going to be Chinese oriented. And
They had the
rubbish
Chinese
like
New
that.
Year, didn't they? And I
Warren
wanted to roll over hot dog.
Warren Sterling, listen, good you young people. Warren Sterling, your car, you could not beat the P running down the stairs of the cop. The river running down the old cop wasn't pop from John Small. It certainly wasn't.
I'll take your word for
It's
it.
great.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
That's really what I want when I'm playing Rotherham at home. And
No.
Yeah.
Especially when he sat down half time.
All right.
Yeah.
Goal, Barnet, 0 Brentford 1.
Shame.
Tonight's big game.
Big game.
Adam wants to know if you become my ex-wife at the final whistle. No, she become my ex-wife halfway through the game. She was going to get rid of a pie. I'm not on that waterfall.
I was going to ask, but you know.
Paul says the old stuff in Tilton was an education and something that's etched on your mind forever.
I mean, the toilets at the Tilton, right? Okay, so you know where the cop corner is now,
Yeah.
right? The Tilton, right at the very top of there used to be the old exit, and it was like a square in a house, and everybody used to like. If you lift your feet off the floor, you can actually get carried through. Proper days.
That's brilliant.
And there was a toilet up the top of there. I tell you what a disgrace that place was. Oh God!
Is that?
You could.
That'll do.
You could feel.
Yeah.
The,
I can sense.
you
and
could
I
feel
can-
the stench.
Yeah.
honestly.
Are we talking about 30 years ago? We're talking
Yeah.
about like now because it's still pretty bad. Like the toilets are.
You ain't lived, pussy.
I was going to say I'm making myself sound really soft right now, but come on.
It was worth a week's pocket money, that was.
I don't know if anybody sits in the other end by the away fans, but that's where we see the toilets are just a disgrace.
Even the ladies are disgusting.
Yeah,
And, like-
women's toilets.
it's like Baghdad in the
I can't
toilet.
keep up. And the same thing to me.
Yeah, and toilets under the Tilton turnstiles. Bad visions.
Not good, not good.
Mr. Fun hasn't lived from Adrian.
No, I have. Honest, I have. I'm more than happy with my efforts, things.
And Mark Andrews Adams says Ipswich pies are surprisingly nice. Mr. Fun is just a Glory Days fan. I don't think these are Glory
Days?
Kevin Fred.
Come on. Let's be sensible.
Oh, there were toilets back in the day. The back of the cop was the toilet. It was. It absolutely was. Chris, you're just bitter because you missed the old days at St Andrews. John Smith. Oh yeah, what time?
right.
What time? What time, mate?
That's secret.
What time? What time? No. Okay, 5 minutes. Right. Our phone call tonight will be from what's his name? You've forgotten. I've forgotten. We've forgotten. But it's all to do with the Annie Skydive, which Chris is going to volunteer for live tonight.
Nope.
Oh.
It will not be happening.
Can we introduce an area to a safe urinated down the terraces?
A safe urination
John Smith,
zone.
you've got a warped mind.
I'm putting the Gilmerick up for
Off
volunteer
off
for
the
that, man.
upper.
What for what?
Nah,
Off the upper
I nominate the
Gilmerick,
Gilmerick.
Oh, yeah.
Stick everyone there that wants to be weird.
Yeah.
Put them all next to the away fans.
Yeah.
Just,
But I like the Gilmerick upper.
yes.
Well, yeah, you liked
Wait.
the old days. So it'd be a
I only
throwback
like
to the good
the
old
view
days
up
for
there.
you.
It's just the view, right? I don't like the 88 steps I have to climb to get to there.
When it's
or,
open.
or
of
the
course.
fact that all that back area that should be full of facilities and little boutiques and shops and nice little places.
Little boutiques and shops?
Yeah, if I want it proper.
That's not a very 1970s football fan approach.
I want it proper. Now I like to sit on the stairs and have a fag.
Like Rodeo Drive as you walk up to St Andrews.
Oh, imagine.
Oh dear. I remember Blues doing fun fairs and raffles. I actually won £1,000 on the raffle at St Andrews. And I had the cheque was presented to me at the end of the football season. And my kids had just recently found it and done it up for me for Christmas.
Oh, that's
It's going to be
lovely.
on my wall next week.
Oh,
I have a shrine at home. A whole bedroom dedicated to Birmingham City Football Club.
that's what we're doing, isn't it?
I'll send you a picture of it later when I get back home.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more interested to see if the money was claimed or not. Like,
If what?
did you take the cheque out? Did you bank it? I'm more interested in that.
Right, okay, you get a small cheque, but then you're photographing the programme with the big cheque, the plastic cheque, and then rub your name out next week, and then it was...
It's just disappointing. I'd want to walk down the high street with me.
Yeah, big cheque.
Strolling into NatWest with the
Oh, yeah, imagine. That was
Yeah.
so funny.
I was going to say.
Someone might nick it on the way, though.
Yeah.
Paul Smith won the first Blues Bonanza, £500 versus Chester, 1992. Blimey. Well done you.
Well done.
I think it'd be great if they bought it back again. Half-time draw for £1,000.
Yeah, why not?
What did they try bringing back last?
Have
Something
you
with the
seen our
shed.
financial accounts?
Oh, yeah.
Over the last 3 years?
Yeah, probably wouldn't do.
You want to be giving away £1,000
The
every week?
EFL might not be that happy
You
about
have to
that.
buy a ticket for £1 for it.
Yeah.
Right, so you'd sell 1,000 tickets, wouldn't you? Easy.
I'd buy them all and then win
Easily.
the money back, so it's fine.
I've got to ask quickly, to the older people that might remember, did we ever have a
Hey,
all right,
older. We're not having that word.
all
in
right,
here. You don't mind.
slightly more
Boys
mature.
The people more mature than yourself.
Yeah, okay. Did we have a shed at half time? Was that a thing? Because they said they bought it back last season. They bought it back
Yeah.
for one thing.
Yeah.
What was that? Like
Just the same. You had to chip the ball. You had to chip the ball into the shed.
they made this big thing like it's back.
Yeah.
It came for one game.
Yeah.
It's same old rubbish again
Yeah.
now. The bloke's slipping over all the time.
Okay, we've got our caller on the line. Hello.
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 How you doing?
Oh, I'll get my headphones on. 1 second. Yeah.